Just remembering, in Sobat, you were just saying that for an intelligent man, a symbol or a sign is enough.
Yes.
The minaret is enough. How do we become more intelligent, that we become less dependent on step-by-step explanation or language and learn to read the shape more?
How are you going to know more? How are you going to know more, and how you are going to be quicker? That is according to training. That according to your training. Training is two things. One is you and one is your trainer. You understand? Your trainer wants to train you. You don't want to be trained. There. No point. You want to be trained, but the trainer doesn't want to train you, then there's no point. There has to be these two things. They have to be together. Then you have to give give yourself in the hands of a trainer, then it'll be okay. In this way, the trainer has to train you. Sometimes most times it's going to take a long time. You have to get knocked from wall to wall. You're going to get washed up. Because the ego kicks in. You want to look at it according to your eyes. If you want to be trained. Sometimes people say, I want to be trained. Later they change their mind. Some they say, I want to be trained, then later they're saying, this is not working, or I'm stubborn, I'm this and that. They're resisting, so you're not going to learn too much. You're only going to feel the pain. You're only going to feel that you're getting scrubbed, but you're not seeing how you clean. You only feel the pain, the stubbornness. So many, they are quitting halfway. So how are you going to be able now to just, from the signs now, to be able to understand? You have to start shedding yourself. You have to start freeing yourself. You are Mesud, you have to stop being Mesud. You are Shahid Bhai, you have to stop being Shahid Bhai. Stop. You have to understand, this is how the Sunnat is, this is how the Shaykh's Sunnat is, and this is Mesud. Stop being Mesud. Don't be so in love with Mesud. Shed it. You take it off, but you put it back on. Then you must understand this. I put it back on. I need to take it off again. More you are shedding, more you are taking it out, then that time, more they will put a new skin on you. If you're insisting on your way, and you don't know why you're insisting, just because you're being stubborn, or today's people saying, oh, I can't help it, so what? So what? Why are you here if it's so what? Why you go to school? Why you go to the top school, Princeton or Harvard or Columbia, and then you fail? And you say, so what if I fail? So what if you fail? They kick you out. You are there not to fail. You are there now to learn new things. We are here now to shed ourselves. As Maulana is saying, I was a mineral. Hundreds of years before that idiot Darwin monkey coming up with theory saying that we are coming from monkeys, the idea, the concept, the reality of how mankind must change, must reach to the highest levels, must evolve. Not the physical, but must evolve. Maulana Rumi was already saying it in a small village in Konya. Saying, I was a mineral and I died. He's saying, I died and I became a vegetable. I was a vegetable and I died. I became an animal. I'm an animal, then I died. I became a man. I was a man, then I died. And I became an angel. And he's saying, why should I fear death? And to change, it is endless because our return is to Allah. Meaning the death, it is endless now. But the death is not the end, it is the beginning. So why are we afraid? Aren't we all destined to die. This is the one reality that is not going to change. Muslim, Christian, Jew, believer, unbeliever, we're going to die. And the Sufi, the Ali Tasawwuf is saying what? Die before you die. This is what? Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying this. Die from what? From your false selves. Die from your animal self. Die from your ego. And now have a new life. You have to have a new life. If you don't die before you die, they will kill you. If you don't fix yourself, they will fix you. There are times when they fix you, they have no mercy. Everyone is thinking angels. Now Muslims have become like Christians, seeing angels, nice white people with blonde hair, with nice white wings. It's angels. Because they are so brainwashed by Hallmark cards that they think this is angels. There are certain angels that they don't have any mercy. You like that part? There are angels, Zabaniya. They don't have any mercy at all. They're angels. So anyway, we have become like Christians and Jews, 21st century Muslims. This is the problem. So, we are in the way of tasawwuf to learn how to die. So many different ways to learn how to die. Do you want to die? Are you willing to? Do you want to let go? Do you want to shed that unreal self that you're holding on to? Do you want to smash that idol? Do you want to say la to the ilah that you have made to yourself? Or you want to hold on to it? Hold on to it, it's okay. They will smash it later, that's all. You have to smash it. You have to smash it. What is it saying? Where is it? What is it saying over there? The green one? What is it saying?
We are trying to be nothing.
We are trying to be nothing. This is the point. We are trying to be nothing. How much are you trying to be nothing? Who is teaching you to be nothing? What is nothing? What is the something? At least, if you say, I don't know what nothing is, do you know something? Yes. Get rid of that something. Slowly, you will learn what is nothing. But if you're insisting, because you haven't learned yet, they are patient, they'll wait. Some people, for example, when you're a kid, they want something, they cry. Okay, when you're 7 years old, it's okay to cry when you want something. By the time you're 17 years old and you want something, you cry, is the world going to tolerate that? Your father and your mother that raised you, are they going to tolerate that? They're not. If you're 27, 37, 47, 70 years old, you keep crying. If you're 70 years old, you cry, they put you to a mental hospital because you don't know how to live properly. So how long are you going to decide, I'm going to behave like this? This is your decision. Especially in this way, it is no mystery. They say you do like this, this is your outcome. You walk like this is what's going to happen. You keep insisting because maybe you're young. But after a while you get old, you get tired. You say, same thing. I do this, I become like this. Now you have to decide now, you want to change or you don't want to change. Because either you take it off or they'll rip it out. It's up to you, easy way or hard way. Now in the hands of the Shaykh, it is a little bit easier because now with guidance. If you try to do it by yourself without the guidance, you may hurt yourself. If you leave for the world to do it, the world was going to kill you. Believe me, the world will rip you to pieces. The world doesn't love you that much. You love the world doesn't love you that much. Stay in the ground. This ground will grind you, it will rip you to pieces, this earth. And so, especially in this way, those who don't want to change, They don't want to change. And they're not putting their sheikh there, their guide, their prophet, their Allah. They're putting their ego there. They're going to suffer a lot. Unnecessary. This is just the first step. After you become something, you become nothing, you become something, you become nothing again, you become something. That means that you are walking, you understand? It's not just being, you're walking. When you're a vegetable, you live their life as a vegetable. You're walking towards that. When you're an animal, you walk towards that. When you're a man, you walk towards that. An angel, you walk towards that. Higher than that, you may go. Of course, higher than that, you may go. So this is difficult for a lot of people because they're thinking there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with this idol. There's nothing wrong with my American type Sufism. They say, no, this is not about getting rid of your personality. So don't follow a sheikh that is going to put his personality there. This is not personality cult. You understand? And I say, bruh, you have been brainwashed by Charles Manson. You have been brainwashed by Kool-Aid people. Who else? Cult. The Waco. You know Waco, Texas? All those kinds of things. You have been brainwashed by that. But there are so many, at the same time, there's so many people who follow so many people that they are good people. You can call them personality too. Personality cults too. There are so many people, good people from this country. Why you're not? So, how are you going to change now? Like they're saying, if you put a white rose and a red rose next to each other, they start to exchange the color. Which color we want? It's not just the sheikh. The sheikh is representing, the grand sheikh who's representing the prophet. And the Prophet ﷺ is representing Allah. It doesn't stop just there to the sheikh. So to understand what your Lord wants from you, to take on the color of your Lord, to take on the sibghatullah, this is how it's important to be. Otherwise, you can sit there for 20 years, 40 years next to your sheikh, you're insisting on your own thing, you're not going to get it. You completely miss the point. And it doesn't mean that you turn into your sheikh also. It doesn't mean that you become a robot. It doesn't mean that now you have, no. It doesn't mean that also. Because 124,000 Sahabis, and none of them became like a robot. 4 Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman and Ali, they're completely different from one another. And they're very different from the Prophet ﷺ, but they're also representing the Prophet ﷺ. Correct or not? And at the same time, there is also a hierarchy. It's not everything is the same. Everyone is the same too. The hierarchy is Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq al-Akbar. He is the next, the second of the two. We're following in his way. So, inshallah, we try to understand this. Understand?